Were you all familiar, and did you at any point have a chance to meet any of the Lioness women?
I met a couple at one point, and that was really through Jill Wagner. She plays Bobby in the show, and it was a great honor to meet them.
Yeah, it was really educational for me watching this show because I got to learn about something I wasn't familiar with the Lioness women, and that this is a real life organization. And I didn't know about, even during the contributions that they made, even during the conflict in Iraq in the early 2000s and the combat exclusion rules. Anyway, so I got all into it after watching it because I was so
That's really
curious,
cool.
you know? Because I'm like, and it's so cool that you all are shedding light on this story. What do you love most about playing this character? Because she's such a great mentor.
Yeah, she's tough, though.
Yes, she is. Yeah.
But I think I just love that I've never done anything like it, and that also it's so out of what I normally do, because there's such a compartmentalized, unemotional quality to Kaitlyn, because that's what the job requires.
Yeah.
And her ability to handle huge amounts of stress.
Yeah.
And function.
Yes.
And function at the highest level. That's what I find so impressive.
Who is somebody in your career life that's mentored you?
I've had so many mentors. I mean, my mother obviously was a major guide through my life, and probably my compass in terms of everything that I did. I would always check in with her. Yeah. But I've also had great teachers. I've had I've had a lot of really, really wise women who have stepped up and shown me the way through.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful thing. In this season, we see your character, prioritize the complexities of family life and mental health, and she's a mom. And that's a difficult decision for a lot of folks. Women talk about that a lot. My mom talked about that. You know, my grandmother talked about that.
What would they say?
What my mom said?
Yeah.
I mean, she said that, like, my mom feels like now retroactively in my life that there were things that she passed up on at work to care for my brother and I.
Right.
But she's like, I wanted to focus on you guys. And it came at a cost. I don't regret the cost, but it was the choice that I made. How have you been able to do that, both of you, in your careers? Because you both have had these extraordinary careers, but you're both committed moms.
Yes. And I think what I'm about to say probably resonates with you as well. Having the most supportive partner in life is the only reason why I'm able to do what I want to do. My husband very early on sort of destigmatized this whole concept of telling our kids that I have to go versus I want to go. And it's a different approach to this conversation of having the boys know that what I do that keeps me away from them gives me so much love and happiness. Then they're able to sort of have a different perspective about it, and they feel more a part of it, as opposed to you live over there when you leave me and I'm on this other side. No, we're always together. So we do that. I can't imagine what Joe's life must be like. People that accept and take an oath to sacrifice themselves at any moment, at any cost, for the sake of other families and other people, and sacrificing their own families' lives and mental health is. I have a great deal of respect. I don't think I would be able to do it myself, but I do know the necessity of having people that can do it, and I feel like this show pays honor to people that serve.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
And you've been on a roll. You're like headlining almost 10 TV series right now. You
No,
know?
just one. Just one.
It seems like over the last year, you know what I mean? How do you do it? How have you been able to find that balance and give yourself that permission and wherewithal?
Yeah, we travel together as a family, or it's structured so that I can come in and leave and come in and leave. And part of what I've always done is the same thing, which is include my whole family in the conversations. I call them our shows, our TV. I mean, Keith calls it our album. So a lot of it is, it's ours as a family, because we're all contributing. Even if I'm in front of the camera, they're supporting me, or they're providing the emotional well
Yes.
for me to draw from. So it really is, we look at it as a family creation.
That's so beautiful, and I think it sets your kids up to develop them to support their partners, and it gives them a vocabulary as they grow up as well.
And
have
they
their own
understand.
families.
They
Yeah.
understand the
Absolutely.
industry. They're a
Yeah.
part of it. They see it. They're intrigued by it, fascinated, or completely bored. It runs the gamut.
Have your pick.
I love the reality
Yes,
of that.
yeah.
When they ask you questions, what's this about? And as you start, well, they leave the building.
I have to ask you too, how did you stay fit and get in shape to take on all this action?
Oh my gosh. We were working with an amazing trainer. His name is Duffy, and he trains a lot of people in this industry. He's a
Not me.
former Delta, a special force officer, retired. And we just put our bodies in his hands. And as well, we worked with an amazing stunt coordinator. And Taylor surrounded us with former military officers that every day were just so encouraging. So it wasn't just something that we had to figure out on our own. We were guided at every step.
Mm-hmm. Something I read too, you said you really resonated with this character, especially in the fact that she at times has been underestimated.
Yes. Well, I feel like that's the purpose of somebody that's in the field of espionage is the more invisible you are, the more you can get things done unnoticed. And I think that she is Kaitlyn's apt pupil. There's a lot that she's constantly, learning from Kaitlyn. And I believe that the one thing that Jo has to always work on is separating, just her feelings about what she knows she has to do. And the older she gets, the more of a complex sort of it just becomes a conflict for her, and the goal is to never make sure that Kaitlyn never senses it, whether or not I'm able to pull it off. That remains to be.
Yeah, well,
seen.
that's where the mentoring and the conflict, and then the ultimate. I think Kaitlyn's always having to go, okay, where are you at?
Yes.
Where are you at? Where are you at?
You two have a very nice ease in talking to you. Because look,
We share a makeup trailer, so
I
we
was
do.
gonna say, this is not that much. You have such a lovely ease. Sitting on the side of the chair, you feel it sometimes when you come in with people that are co-starring and things, and it's not this beautiful ease. Was it love at first sight between you two?
Yes. It was.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? And obviously at first it was a big impression to meet Nicole and then to work with her.
But
then
we're very similar.
The kindness and the just the level of how approachable she is. She's a beast at what she does. Like when she's on set, you better come with it because she is there. It's a friendship and it's a partnership and it's exciting.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a joy, and it's so it's just nice to be able to sit here and also to have this show together and have seen it grow, because it's I think this season is
Definitely.
hold on tight.
It's more intense than the last.